What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you probably know, colorblind modes are a very popular topic within the Fortnite community, and a lot of you guys may be wondering what the difference is between the colorblind modes, whether they give you any advantage, and what the best colorblind mode is. And in this video, I'll be answering all those questions and going over the best colorblind modes to use in Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 4. Before we get into it though, be sure to drop a like if you find this video helpful, and consider subscribing as well if you're new to the channel. I post tons of tips and tricks content just like this, so make sure to hit that big red button if you want to see more. And lastly, if you want to show some extra support, then consider using code TECHO in the item shop. It's 100% free for you and it seriously helps me out a ton. And also guys, one last thing. If you notice this video looks a bit different than usual, that's because our usual editor is actually out of town right now, so I'm actually editing this video myself. It's no big deal, I just figured I would put that out there in case you're wondering what's up with it. Hopefully I don't screw up the editing, but we'll see. But with that said, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. So hopping into this video, the first area I want to discuss is the basics of colorblind modes, just to make sure everyone's up to speed. So as you probably know, colorblind modes were first introduced to Fortnite as a way to obviously help people with actual colorblindness see better in game. But during Chapter 1, people actually slowly began to realize that colorblind modes could give a competitive advantage. This was mainly because at that time, colorblind modes helped you see into the storm easier, which made a massive difference, especially in competitive. A couple of seasons later, after colorblind modes became popular for that reason, the see-through storm situation was fixed, but people continued to use them just for one simple reason, and that reason is preference. When it comes to in-game colors, a lot of people have different preferences. Some people might like their game a bit darker, some people like more contrast, some people like different colors popping out more. And overall, colorblind modes are the best way to optimize your game colors to whatever you want them to be. Although there's no literal competitive advantage nowadays from colorblind modes, as in it doesn't actually make it easier to see stuff, a lot of people strongly prefer them just for the simple fact that the colors look better from their perspective. Once again, it's totally a matter of preference, but if you prefer a certain color scheme, it can potentially help you in game simply by making the game look better in your eyes. So now that we've gone over each colorblind mode, hopefully that gave you a good idea as to which ones you may prefer. Alrighty guys, so here we are in the game, and basically what we're going to be doing next is I'll be going over each colorblind mode individually and kind of just showing you guys them all in game. So hopefully this kind of helps you get a better idea for which one you like best. Keep in mind that the day-night cycle is constantly going, so it might not be the exact same for everyone. Basically what I'm saying is it might be lighter or darker than it should be, so I recommend you guys do it yourselves as well. But hopefully this gives you a good idea for it regardless. So starting off right now, this is just the regular mode, no changes or anything like that, no colorblind modes on. And if you don't know how to change your colorblind mode, basically you just go in here into your settings and it's right here. So to start off, we're going to go Deuteranope and we're going to go 10, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So this is what Deuteranope 10 looks like. As you can see, there's a ton of contrast and it really looks a lot different from the regular mode. So now I've gone ahead and lowered that to 10, and you can still see the contrast. It's definitely still there, but it's a bit less significant. Moving on from that though, this is Protanope 10. It's kind of similar to Deuteranope in my opinion. It does have a lot of that same contrast. Then right here, you've got Protanope 5, which similar to Deuteranope 5, it's basically just a less severe version of it. Also, just to clarify guys, when I say Protanope or Deuteranope 5, basically I'm changing the colorblind strength. So obviously 10 is very significant. It's going to have the most effect. 5 is going to have less effect, and something like 2 or 3 would have very minimal effect. Getting into our final mode though, which is Tritanope, and as you can see, it's pretty vibrant. It doesn't really have that same kind of contrast that the other ones do, but I really like this mode personally. This is on level 10. And then lastly guys, here's Tritanope 5, so it's a bit less severe obviously, and overall I really like this mode. But yeah guys, hopefully this gives you a good idea as to which colorblind mode you might like best. Obviously I've gone through each of them at 5 and 10 strength. You can still go a little bit lower or somewhere in the middle, or basically whatever you want to do. But yeah, let's get back into the video. Keep in mind that during that footage, the day-night cycle is always running. So it was a bit darker or lighter during a couple of those clips, so I do recommend you also try them all out yourself before you make a final decision. But the big question now that I'm expecting a lot of you to ask is which mode is best? And although it's a bit of a cliche answer, the answer to that question is whatever colorblind mode you like best. If I were to choose my own colorblind mode, I would probably say Tritanope would be my pick, and I would set it to level 5. My reasoning for this is because it makes the game look a bit more vibrant in my opinion, but not to an extent where it interferes with my gameplay. I actually personally do not use the colorblind mode just for the sake of the videos, because obviously I use a lot of my own background footage, and a lot of people don't like colorblind modes at all, so I kind of just want to keep it simple. But I would say if I did a colorblind mode, it would probably be that one. But once again, it really does come down to preference, so I would recommend you spend a bit of time on each mode and on different levels, and see which one you like best. But with all that said guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video on the best colorblind modes in Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 4. Hopefully this video gave you a good understanding of colorblind modes as a whole, and helped you to determine which one you want to use moving forward. If you found this video helpful, then be sure to drop a like on it, and consider subscribing as well if you're new to the channel and you want to see more tips and tricks content just like this in the future. And lastly, if you want to show some extra support, then consider using code TECHO in the item shop. It's 100% free for you and it seriously helps me out a bunch. Thank you so much to everyone who's using it. With that said though, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.